Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the eLearning Assist hosted by Go1. My name is Scott Cooper. Today we're going to be looking at how you can create and configure a portal in Go1, starting from the website all the way through to you having a complete customized portal ready to start enrolling learners. As always, if you have any questions while we're going through the process, in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, there's a little question box. Jump in, ask us some questions, and we'll catch up with you every time we have a gap. So today I have Brandon Hodgson from the Go1 customer success team with me. How are you going, Brandon?
Not too bad, thanks, Scott.
That's the way. Now, Brandon's going to be here today because he's the expert on setting up and configuring portals. So he's going to guide us through that. The way that we're going to run this today is we're just going to have a bit of a chat about how this is going to help you and some things that you might need to know before we get started. And then Brandon's going to jump into a demo and he's going to run through exactly how to do it from the website in Go1 portal. So I'll hand over to you, Brandon, if you want to kick off and let's have a bit of a chat about this.
Sounds good. All right, so let's go through these slides here. First things first, I am one of the customer success team here. So I actually sort of head up the support team. So if you ever have an issue or any questions at all, you'll probably come through to me or one of my team. I've got a background in website development and started at Go1 as the first dedicated LMS support member, and I've been supporting ever since. So we're going to be kickstarting your training today. So if you're in a company, you're probably going to have compliance training needs. You're going to need to be compliant. So this here is going to be all that you need just to get ready, just to get into a nice Go1 portal and have all the courses that you need. All right, so it's a pretty straightforward structure. Let's talk about how Go1 can help you in your compliance training, help you in training your team, whatever you need to do really. So we're going to be going through a quick demo, portal creation, theming the portal, course creation, and then user enrollment, and we'll have a quick discussion after that. So let's get into it.
All right, so just remember, if you have a question about anything that Brandon's doing on the screen here, just drop it in the chat box on the right-hand side there. And as we go, we'll try to address everyone's questions and make sure we keep things moving so you understand what's happening.
All righty. So can you see my screen here?
I think we're just on the Chrome, the Crowdcast screen on your screen there, Brandon.
No worries. Let me exit out of this. There we go. Is that better?
That's the one. Perfect.
All right, so we're going from the Go1 website here. You're going to land on the homepage just here. And all we're going to be doing is going to the products page, and we're going to be signing up for Go1 Premium today. So our premium package is going to be what we need to get all of the content that we're after. So this here, the premium package has over 300 courses, and it's got pretty much all you need to be compliant in your business. So as you can see, I've already logged in here, but it'll have a fair few other options for you to sign up. All we're going to do is fill out all the necessary information. So portal URL being the main one. So we can enter in whatever portal we want. But let's chuck in testing eLearning. I'm not going to set this up just now because I need to enter in credit card details, and I've already done that. But just to give you an idea of what's going on, you enter in your portal URL, and this is going to be what people access. Here we have the number of users, so it's going to give you an idea of how many people you're going to be having going through the system, the region, and then your credit card details just to get set up. So
important to note there that people aren't actually charged when they sign up for 14 days. So they can come in and try this out.
Just to give it a go, just to have a look. And I mean, you can ask as many questions as you want in those 14 days. We have a team here dedicated to helping you. So yeah, feel free to ask questions. So I'm just going to jump into the portal now. So we'll have a look and see what's actually happening in the portal. There we go. All right, so this is the page that you will be met with. So we've got, let me just jump back here. We've got a nice little get started page. So this is your setup portal page, and you will have pretty much everything you need just to get started in creating your portal. So if you ever get lost, jump up here to the setup portal page, follow along with these steps, and you can have your portal up and running, no worries at all. And as you can see here, this is actually me in the corner with an automated message. So it's just like a bit of a heads up saying, thanks for choosing Go1. And we have a team here, always ready to help you if you need us. So if you ever want to have a chat to one of our team here, jump into this little chat box here, type away, and you'll have one of our team ready to assist. All right, so let's get started. So we're going to upload a photo here. We're going to personalize our portal, and I might actually add one of my daughter here. And we'll save that one. Done. All right. Complete the account. So if you ever need to change any of your account details, you can jump into the account here and you can add whatever you want. You can change your password, change your name, all that sort of good stuff. Now for the good stuff, the actual chunky bit of what we're doing here. We're going to enroll into a course. So being that we've signed up with a premium portal, we're going to have some premium courses here to take. So here's a good one from Learning Heroes, one of our content partners, productivity and time management. So if we jump in here, we can have a look, have a little overview of what's going on, what the course is about. Down here, we can see what the course structure is like. And if we want, we can just jump straight in. Now, the layout of a Go1 course is very simple. We're in the course here at the moment. The course is productivity and time management. Then within the course, we can have one or more modules, which we have here, which is the same name. And then we can have one or more resources underneath these modules. So if we jump into one of these interactive resources, we can jump in and get started straight away. But we'll leave that for another time. I'll keep on going and we'll get this portal set up. So if I'm unsure of where to go, just jump up, set up portal, and we can keep on going. And we can also, if we've done some learning, we can view my learning profile. So as you can see here, we have a nice overview of what's going on for myself. So if you're ever wanting to see what courses you've done, what courses you have in progress, or even assigned, you can jump up here and you'll never be lost. If you have done a course previously and you want to jump back in and go through the course again, if you want to revise a little bit, feel free, jump in. If you've completed a course, you can jump back in, you can revise, you can do whatever you want, as much as you want. Alrighty, so within Go1, we also have a lot of configuration options. So as we can see here, we've got some portal information. The site name is going to be the portal name itself. I'll keep that one eLearning example at the moment. But here's a good one. We can change the welcome message. So if I can actually spell correctly and put that in there, we can configure this. We can even use this nice little WYSIWYG editor here, or as it's also known as, what you see is what you get. We can change this up. So I can bold that Go1 part. If I want, I can highlight all of this and I can make it a nice big bold text here. So that there now, once I save all of this, it's going to show up on our dashboard. It's going to look pretty awesome. We also have a privacy policy if your company has one of those, as well as terms of service. So whenever someone jumps into the portal, whenever they sign up, they're going to have a little prompt to enter in their password. Then they'll have the privacy policy and terms of service down the bottom of the page also as links. So don't worry, if you have company-specific privacy policies and terms of service, we have you covered. So we can have also an alternative login URL. So if your company doesn't want to be logging in through elearningexample.mygo1.com and you actually own another URL, Then what we can do is we can set it up through here, and we could log in through elearningexample.com or whatever you want really. And
so that could be a page on a company website or a company intranet, and they could just link to that page, which can redirect to Go1.
Exactly. Yep. So that there, if you sort of understand it a little bit, it's an automatic redirect, and it will automatically go through to Go1, and it will work just like this URL works here. Nice and easy. Last but not least, after logout, redirect user to URL. So if you're a big company also, and you want people to log out of Go1 and then be forwarded to your main intranet page or your main internet page, then you can enter in, for example, go1.com here. But as it says here in the example, you need to make sure it has this little bit on the front. That's it. So if we save that, setting was saved, and let's go back to our sign-in page here, our dashboard, I mean. As we can see, we've updated our lovely banner image here, banner text here, I mean. And next up, we will be editing the banner image. So moving right along, upload portal images. So this here is the theme section. So we have a login logo. So this will be seen on your sign-in page, as well as the login background. Those can be changed however you want. And it's recommended that we have a transparent background on these login logos. It just makes it pop that much more. Looks great. And what we're going to do here now is we're going to chuck in some lovely photos that I've sourced. So we're going to have this is like the header image, nice banner. And then the dashboard image, which is more of a portrait for mobiles. And last but not least, we have a dashboard icon here, which I will show you. It's going to pop up just here.
Yeah.
Finally,
so that means you can set your company logo and have it on your dashboard every time a user logs in.
Exactly. It's very, very personalized like this. Companies can have a nice layout just so it's familiar, to their staff. Last but not least, choosing the portal color. So we have just a rough overview of colors here. Now, it doesn't look like there's much variety, but since I'm going with a green theme here, let's type in green. Now you can see we've got a little bit more variety here. So we know we've got a few different shades of green. So since that there seems to fit in, I reckon we'll save that. Alrighty, now this here being our dashboard icon now, as you can see, it's been updated to our latest little change. Now we can see our banner image up here. And if we were on mobile, you would see the other portrait style image. So we're personalizing it step by step. Moving right along, we have uploaded portal images. We've selected the portal colors, selected a welcome image, welcome message, I mean. We can confirm the subscription plan if we want to and configure some portal settings. We'll skip the rest, but we'll do these portal settings here because this is definitely quite important because our dashboard is quite modular. You can turn on and off little bits of the dashboard as you see fit. So my recent courses, activities, suggested courses for you, and invites user. If we go back to the dashboard here, we can see here, recent courses, activities, suggested courses for you, and invite user. So being that we don't have many people going through at the moment, activities isn't looking too crash hot because there's no actual activities in here. There's no notifications. So feel free to turn it off. If you don't want the ability for people to add other users, being that it's your company and you want to add your own users, we can turn off the invite user as well. So we go up here, set up portal, configure portal settings. And here we go. Let's turn off activities. Let's turn off invite user. Scroll down to the bottom here, submit that. And if we go back to our dashboard, there you go. This makes it look nice and clean. Nice and clean indeed. Alrighty. So guys, just remember, any questions, just give us a shout, and me and Scott will be able to help. That's no worries.
Yep.
But now is the fun bit, actually creating training material. And this is going to really show how easy Go1 is to use. Nice and simple. So we've signed up for a premium portal here. We have all of these courses. There's 294 courses in total, and these range from IT to health to general compliance, all sorts.
Yeah. Another important thing is when you're going through your setup, you're picking your region when you go through that original setup panel, and that region then defaults to courses that are specific to your area. So
correct.
The courses you are getting are ones that are going to be relevant to you and relevant to your location. So you won't end up with a course that might be relevant to Europe if you're based in Brisbane in Australia.
That's right. Yeah, indeed. So portal information is where we'd be going for that one. Right down the bottom, locale. There you go, Australia. So we're all set. Alrighty. Cheers for that, Scott. So let's jump back into creating a course. All we do, check this button over here, and we have our course title up the top here. Very original name, test course. This course, we can add a little description here. Then we can highlight our course structure. So as I was saying before, we have a course, we have a module, and then we have resources within. And at the moment, we've done our course. Now we're onto our module. So let's chuck in our module here. We can add a description if we feel like it, but at the moment, we're just going to jump in. We're going to create a module, and description can be added here if needed. So as you can see, we've got our course, we've got our module. Now we can add some learning items. We can add the bulk of what we're doing for this course, the learning material itself. It's quite a few options, so don't feel overwhelmed. You'll get used to them once you jump in and have a play around. And remember, this button down the bottom here, on the bottom right, the little bubble, we're always here to help.
Yeah.
So we've
something else worth mentioning there is in our last eLearning Assist in episode 2, which you can find on the Go1 website, we actually went through how you can a good structure for a course. So if you want more advice on how you should be setting up modules and the order you should be putting them in, definitely head over to the website, because we've got a really good guide there from Eduardo from our team who's gone through this last time around. So if you want that extra level of information, we've got that ready for you as well.
Indeed. Yeah, so this is really just a high-level overview because we have already touched on it. So we have the learning items here, text, documents, interactive files, videos, we've got it all. Even assignments, so written upload material for an assessor to assess the item itself, as well as some accessible type quizzes. So I won't touch on this too much because we've got to move right along. We'll leave this intricate stuff for another session. And as Scott has already said, we do have something on creating courses already. So next up, once we have our courses set up, once we have the portal set up, everything's looking good, we can now add our learners. So adding an individual account. If we jump in here, we can jump into the users section. We can see here's myself. If we want to add a user, simple. Chuck in their details. Everything can be added in here. And you can also assign the role. And if you have managers managing specific teams, you can add who the person is managed by. But be sure to add the manager first with the manager role before doing that. Now, how Go1 works is you add a user through this little screen here. As soon as you've added this user, it will send them a welcome email. And through that welcome email, they can have a one-time login link, which is a quick link that will shoot them through to the portal, which they can then set up their password, view the terms and privacy policy if needed, and jump straight in and get learning. This is on an individual basis. Now, we understand big companies have quite a few users, and individual users are not fun adding one at a time, especially when you've got hundreds, thousands. So we can import users just here. So I clicked on the little arrow right beside add user. Let's import users. This here is through a CSV file. Now, we would click here to download the sample CSV. I won't do it at the moment. I won't get into it too deep, but you would download the sample CSV. You would propagate it with your people, and really it's just an email, first name, last name, who they're managed by, their roles, etc. It's quite simple. Once you've done that, once you've filled out the CSV, upload the file, and you would have all of your staff filled out in this user's screen here. Very, very easy. And really, that's it. We've got courses already created in the portal because we have purchased our premium package on a 14-day trial. And yeah, we can jump in, we can get learning straight away, we can become compliant, and we can fix any issues that the company has through adequate training. So yeah, it's simple as that.
Yep, that's great, Brandon. Thanks for running through all of that today. It's definitely the setup portal tab is a great guide for how to get everything set up, get your portal customized, and get ready to start actually adding users in so they can start learning. So that's perfect for taking those pre-packaged courses. You can do onboarding through that. It's getting all of your basic compliance set up. It's very quick and simple. As you've seen, we've just done that in about 15 minutes. We've just gone through and set that up. So anyone can come in and do it and import their users and get started really quickly. And with that free trial, it gives you a chance to go in, try it out, see how you like the courses before you start enrolling the rest of your team.
That's right.
And that help is always there. That's 24/7 help now. Anyone can jump on and ask a question. If you did want to find more help documents or go back to the previous edition of the eLearning Assist, if you head to the Go One website and click on the news tab, there's a search box and you just type in what you're looking for. And we've got plenty of articles on there to help out, as well as being able to trigger that live chat. So I don't think we've got any questions in the sidebar today. So you must have done a pretty good job then, Brandon. No one's got the questions, so you must have done a really good job of explaining, which is really good. So I'd like to thank Brandon for coming on today and helping out. We're going to be back next month, and next month we're going to be looking at groups and how you can assign users to groups, which means you can automatically enroll them into courses. You can start up some social learning tools, and we're going to have Camden from our team in Brisbane joining us to run through that next month. That'll be happening probably the last week in November. So we look forward to having you all back then. But other than that, have a good day and thank you for tuning in.
Cheers, guys.